Guys, Catlin here with your homework help, lesson number 12 for this week. We are selecting all of the prisms. Now remember, a prism is a 2D base that has been extended, and it has rectangles all the way around it. So a 2D base extended is what we're looking for when we're nabbing prisms. So this one right here, A, has been extended, a triangle that's been extended. So A. B looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided pentagon that's been extended with rectangles on all the sides. C is another triangle that's been extended vertically here. Same thing as C is D, just been thrown down on its side. Still a prism. E is the only shape that's not a prism because that rectangle was not extended to another base of a rectangle. They all came to a point, creating a pyramid. So those aren't prisms. Now the next question says for each of them shade their bases. So we're going to shade both bases. This one was made from a triangle extending to another triangle. This one was made from a pentagon extending to another pentagon. This one was made from a triangle that extended to another triangle. Once again, a triangle to a triangle. Notice on the last one, there aren't two shapes that you can shade that are parallel and opposite each other like prisms have. Not two-dimensional figures extended. Number 2, the volume of both of these trapezoidal prisms is 24 cubic units. Well, we know that volume is the area of the base, which they have highlighted for us in blue, multiplied by the height of the prism. All right, and I'm going to write that as prism height. Okay, so prism height multiplied by the area of the base will be the volume. Now, of the things that are provided, we know that the volume for both of these is 24. So let's do this one in here in red. 24 equals the area of the base times 6 in this case, because 6 was the height of this prism. In the other one, the one on the right, we know that the volume, which is 24 cubic units, is equal to the area of the base, which is the blue part, multiplied by 8. And so since the heights are 6 and 8, we know enough about this information to figure out what the area of these prisms are, because we just need to know what number times 6 and what number times 8 give us 24. And that's the same for both. 24 divided by 6, in this case, B is 4, and in this case, 24 divided by 8, B is 3. So they aren't the same, my bad, they are different. This one is 3 units squared, because it's an area, squared units. And this one, the area of this base is equal to 24 divided by 6, which is 4 units squared. So this one is 4 square units, and the other one is 3 square units. Just division there to help us find that out. Two angles are complementary. That means they add up to 90 because they make a corner. C for corner, complementary. So we got two angles that are 90 degrees. One of them is 19. One of them is pretty small. And what is the measure of the other one? So we just got to do 90 minus 19. Don't forget to borrow from your 9 there. So you don't get, a lot of them will get 71, but it is, I'm sorry, a lot of them will get 81, but it is 71. 8 minus 1 is 7. So 71 degrees. And number 4, we have a percent problem. So let's make a table maybe. Let's read it first. Claire paid 50% more for her notebook than Priya paid for hers. Priya paid X for her notebook and Claire paid Y dollars for hers. Write an equation that represents the relationship between Y and X. Okay, so I think a table will be more helpful here. Let's set up a table. And since it's a percentage, let's do a percent value table. Now, if we're talking about Priya paid X for her notebook and Claire paid Y for hers. Claire paid 50% more. So Claire would be 150% because that's 50% more than the other. 100% would be Priya. So Priya is the full price. Claire is 50% more. But we're going to call Priya X and we're going to call Claire Y. So What we would do in this particular problem to find a relationship between the two things is I think I would just look vertically in the table that we could multiply 100 times something, and we can look at the relationship and use the same one over here with x and y. Like what times 100 would give me 150? Well, we would have to divide them to find that out, right? So that would give me 15 over 10, which is equal to 5 goes into this 3 and into that twice. So really you've got a multiplier of 1.5 or 3 halves. And so the equation that I would write is that to get from Priya to Claire, you just multiply by 1.5, right? Because it's everything plus 50% plus another half. That makes sense. So the equation that I would write would be 3 halves x equals y. So the table kind of helped me find that out. There's other ways to reason through that, but Priya is definitely 1.5 times equal to Claire, and that would work. So that finishes your first page of homework, and I hope it was helpful.